Here, Jonesy. Meow. Meow. Now, Mezco swung for the fences with this one. I cannot lie. He feels extremely weird when you first take him out of the box. You're like, oh, what is this? But once you mess with him a bit, that feeling really starts to fade away quickly. It's their first ever seamless body from Mezco. I do usually prefer plastic joints, but for this release, this character, seamless is the right and correct choice. It's the way to go. I mean, look at this thing. It looks exactly like the suit used in the movie. Like, it feels like suit material. It does feel rubbery, like a strong rubber. It's not like a Feisenbite. It's different. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, but it is a tight and tough material. It doesn't feel cheap, or it doesn't feel like I'm gonna rip it or break it. I mean, if you cut it with like a razor, of course, but you know, it seems like it should be okay. But this is just, I mean, it looks like the miniature man in the costume, you know what I mean? Movie authentic. It's perfect. I mean, if they do Aliens 2, which I hope they do, aliens from that movie, maybe they could go ahead and do jointed, because they move more and they're very agile. They have a lot of agility. They're hopping all over the place in that movie, so posing needs to match that. But this figure's articulation, here, I'm gonna go get right into it. It's pretty darn good. I mean, the up, not too much, because this, I call it the dorsal fin, you know, because, I mean, they don't swim. Well, they do in Alien 4, but it doesn't really, it's not supposed to move. But I think this is where Mezco can take a little artistic license and put a little joint in there, so that could kind of swing down, because it's got all this space back here, so it could swing down, so he could really get, because you could kind of get it on the side. There we go. I mean, he's looking up a decent amount, and down, not really. I mean, if that's straight, it doesn't get that much down, but decent up. But yeah, if that really moved out of the way, I like just went down a little bit, I think you could really get him looking up real nice. But again, it's not necessary for this character, because it was just a guy in a rubber suit walking around and crawling around, so you know, it's not really necessary with this one. But in future releases, that'd be pretty cool. And we're going the rest of the articulation here. It's got the, and I feel it's strange, you kind of feel around in there, feel where the, I don't think it's got a bicep. Oh yeah, no, it does. Interesting. It's got, it says it comes with the instructions. Yes, Mezco, you've been nailing it with the instructions. Like, almost every figure has instructions. I love it. Thank you. But yeah, it goes about to here. You can kind of push it, but Mezco recommends not to, so I'm gonna take their recommendation. But yeah, that's pretty deep, and this moves as well. This, you got a elbow swivel, I guess you could call it, and it seems like ratcheted, so that's not flimsy. And then of course you got the hands. They're just on a ball peg, which is awesome. I'm not sure if I have the correct hands on him, because he comes with left and right, but I can't really, he's got two thumbs and you can't really tell. I'll get into all the hands, but if I have these upside down or on the wrong side, please let me know in the comments right away. I mean, yeah, it looks like it, but then this hand, I don't know. Yeah, I think I might have them backwards. But don't knock me for it. It is hard to tell. But yeah, he gets pretty good movement in the arm there. And then the waist, this is obviously nothing up here, but this goes down. You can kind of see that coming apart. That's for a gimmick piece I'll show you a little bit later. But he's got really good bend, and that's just with the upper. And with the lower one here, it's kind of, see, like, look at that. It's Oh man, it's so weird. But again, it doesn't feel cheap. It does not feel cheap. Doesn't feel like a bendy fig, you know, one of those cheap rubber figures. As I almost just feel like I just ripped it, but no, it's actually fine. I'm trying to get it to bend in the waist here. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That's really good. Definitely has way more articulation than I was expecting it to. I thought maybe it'd just do, you know, single kind of jointed thing because of the new seamless body, but no, au contraire. He's pretty packed. His leg goes up. It's a little tight to move his leg up there. But yeah, he kicks fairly decently. The knee comes down. So you just have to play with it. You can't be quick with it, obviously, but to about there. So that's pretty good. It goes back. I mean, he can almost kick his back tube, whatever that is. But, oh man, look at that design in there. I didn't really take this in. It's H.R. Geiger. I don't know. I remember when these movies came out in the 80s and 90s, so I just go by what the announcers back then were saying. If they were wrong, so be it. But I remember them being like, Alien by H.R. Geiger and Ridley Scott. You know, it's like, if that's wrong, then hey, that's wrong. But that's the way I grew up hearing it. But, and then ankle. Pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Oh, and of course the tail is wired. You know, so you could definitely do the stab like he does in the movie. Creeping up underneath. Very alien-like. And he stabs people from behind or wherever. But I'm gonna have to keep his tail in between the legs there, because if I put it backwards, he'll be knocking everything over. Oh, and I forgot about the coolest part here. The jaw, the second mouth. Now, that goes down pretty deep. It does have the little piece in there. It's not the same as the NECA gimmick, whatever, where it's in there and then it pops out, and it could, well, I guess you kind of can do that, you know, and it holds. But that's the first one. It's just the plain closed mouth. And then he's got the regular one here. I want to make sure I have the right side up. Yeah, I think this is it. So it's like really cool, really cool. And then he's got the slimy one, and it fits right in the slot in there. I'll have to see if that comes out in camera, but I think I'll leave that one in. But yeah, or you could leave it out, and it looks pretty cool there as well. And you can kind of see the box square slot in there, but it's hard to see, so you can use it like that. You don't need to put any mouth in there, so that's really, really cool. I'll leave that in there because that looks neat. Looks gross and drooly or whatever. All right, let's get into some of his accessories here. We covered the mouths. Here are his hands. He comes with these two out of the box. So see, he's kind of, oh, I dropped it. Got even digits there. It's really, really tough to tell. Beautifully, perfectly painted. I mean, look at the detail. Paint work. The nails are painted perfect. Like, Mezco never screws up on paint. Never screws up on paint. And he's got these other hands here, which I think are kind of funny. There's two ways to look at this one. There's one way, which can't really say too much. I'm pushing the boundaries, but yeah. And then there's the Star Trek Vulcan hands, you know, the live long and prosper. And so, pretty interesting. I don't know why he was doing, I can do it, the Vulcan. thing there, but hey, cool. I'm usually pretty up on alien and mythology and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't, it stumped me with that one. And next up, we got the baby alien here. He's gonna show up. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. No, I'm just kidding. Spaceball joke. And if you've never seen Spaceballs, as soon as you're done with watching this, get off YouTube and go watch Spaceballs right now. Just trust me. I guarantee you will laugh one time out loud. One time you will laugh out loud. It's a hilarious movie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're living under a rock. But anyways, getting off subject here. This is nicely painted as well. It just came out of like the guy's body. So just came out of there. So it's supposed to look at the camera's going all over the place, but it's supposed to be like blood, like a little bit of dried blood, and guts came out of a chest cavity. So here, I do have NECAs here just to compare real quick. So as you can see, NECA's is way bigger. Ooh, it's got little hands there. Well, he's got his little hands there too. And the teeth. And the teeth are, there is some white in there, but it's very bloody. You know what I mean? Very, this is very, you can see the teeth clearly. This looks more like the, the singing one. This one looks a little bit more realistic. If you disagree, let me know. This kind of looks like a lizard, like an animal, like a design on it. This one looks more like blood, like it came out of somebody, you know what I mean? Now this tail, I don't think it's wired, but it is, you know, fairly flexible. Like I'm not going to break that. And this one, the NECA one, does have a, as you can see in there, it does have a wire. So it is bendable. So there you go. It's a give and a take. Next up, we have the, well, putting the chicken before the egg here. The leathery objects. There's a layer of mist that reacts when disturbed. And then he does the worst slip of all time. Now, my wife and I were watching this the other day to, you know, brush up for this review. And this is her first time watching the movie. So when it opens, she's like, and he's like going to look inside. She's like, why would anybody look in there? Why would he look in there? Why? Yeah, that is excellent. Excellent. Now inside it doesn't look exactly like before that. When he's looking at it, it's like very organic. That kind of looks like, you know, well, here's a face hugger, and like it's kind of coming out. You know, it's crawling out of there. This is the one for faces. We'll take a closer look at that in a sec. But yeah, that's just, they're great. They look so nice. So yeah, so once he looks in there, she's like, is the helmet gonna protect him? Nope. Not at all. Here's the face hugger. And yeah. She's like, oh, looks like a vagina. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does. Very phallic, his designs. Very organic, bodily, inner body kind of thing. But yeah, you can't deny what that looks like. But this is well painted, well sculpted. Again, just like the baby alien, this is movable, you know, but it's not flexible. And I do have the NECA one here. So you can see the difference, more realistic kind of paint job on this. Not that NECA's is bad at all. Like, this is not a knock on NECA's work. Obviously, this is what everyone's going to compare it to, because NECA was the, you know, the only what's it called? The only game in town when it came to aliens, really. And then Walmart got theirs, but this is the more higher end NECA, and Mezco is obviously more of the higher end adult. Not that those aliens aren't great either in their own way, but obviously everyone's just going to compare it directly to NECA. So to do you that favor, and NECA's is wired. So it can like kind of do the wrap around somebody's face, but the fingers aren't. So then that's why Mezco gave you the other one that goes around someone's face. So this can not really uncoil, but you can kind of wrap it around a Mezco figurehead, but you just take I would take the head off, put this over it, and then kind of snap that back on there. Yeah, this one's excellent. Just get my pinky. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's really cool. A little tight there. Yeah, let's here, speaking of, let me grab a Mezco figure real quick. We'll do some comparisons and we'll see if I can hear like Eric Draven here, the crow. Yeah, so we'd have to kind of see this. His head's a little big, but kind of, yeah, it's not really working. Oh yeah, it's working on there. His hair is getting in the way, but you could see it works. Maybe with like definitely a skull, a black skull, or any of the skull guys, or anyone with kind of a normal face, hair, like shorter, not too long here. But let's put him next to the alien here while I clean up some of these eggs and face huggers and everything like that. But here's the crow. And let's throw in Mafex Terminator. Arnold's never fought the alien. Arnold needs to fight the alien. You know, he could be any age, doesn't matter. Arnold should be in the next Alien movie. Where's Alien 5? Come on, Sigourney. Speaking of, let's do some comparisons to NECA, right? Well, let's get in Sigourney Weaver from Aliens 2. I don't have her from Aliens 1 because I prefer her looks from Aliens 2 and Aliens 3 and Resurrection. Still waiting on Aliens 5. Real quick, let's throw in a G.I. Joe. Dusty. Just so you can get an idea. I mean, yes, he's way smaller, but I mean, take her out and, you know, they scale. Everything scales so far with this alien. I mean, he's tall enough. Seems to be the right size. All right, let's get Dusty out of there. I'm not going to do too many. Let's go right to the alien. Let's compare him to NECA's big chap, who's too big to even be on screen. I have to bend his tail. I may have to hold him. But yeah. Now, mind you, this figure's 10 years old this year, 2023. I checked, it's 2013 is the date on him, so 10 years old. So they are at a bit of a disadvantage, but this figure is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Her mouth opens up a little. Yeah, see, the mouth comes out, like I said. So that's pretty cool. I like that, you know. But then again, you see the joint in there, which kind of ruins the aesthetic when you do it like that. This one's on single joints. I'll bring out another alien that's a little bit more recent, but this one is single jointed. You know that? I mean, I like that mechanism, but I don't like the ball joint is better that Mezco's using, not the hinge. That's dated. But again, this is 10 years old, and he doesn't get too much of an ab crunch. It's painted really well. Tail is obviously bendable. I'm getting it out of the way here. Yeah, see. So I might be wrong. Oh, his dorsal fin fell off. But yeah, he's not really getting that much up anyway. I feel like I'm gonna rip his head off. But I might be wrong about the joints, because it does look unsightly. I mean, then again, this is Mezco, so they'll do a better job. But wait, oh, you know what? You can't really see. This is pins, and I hate pins. Like, I'm over pins. I'm done with pins. It's been over 10 years of pins. I'm over it. But these blend pretty well, I gotta say. Pretty well. It's got the double jointed knee, which gets about a little, yeah, deeper than the Mezco, but like, why do you need it to go this way? You need him to kind of do the fetal position, you know, which that one is able to do when he's like in the last scene with the in the escape pod. And then he's got the thing. I know this isn't a NECA review, but I'm going over the articulation because, you know, we're directly comparing. He's got the ankle thing, but that hole doesn't look too great. And is that a pin? No. And I guess the joint's hidden in the back, but I don't like ugly stuff in the back. Like, I want my figure to look great, 360 degrees, you know what I mean? So this thing popped out of there. So again, this is 10 years old. There we go. I don't know. Can I leave him back there? Is he gonna? Nah, he's gonna knock stuff over. All right, let me get him out. Let me get in a new alien real quick, and we'll wrap up. So this is from 2017. This is not the big chap because he's only got 3 fingers. So this is from, I think it's from an alien from Aliens 2. I'm pretty sure. Just a random drone. But see, his mouth's a little better. Does his second mouth come out? Yep. Usually I have a lot of trouble with the second alien mouth and NECAs, but this one's 2017 again. So it's about 5 years old, but they haven't really been making new aliens lately. I mean, it's been a couple years, so this isn't that old to be like, oh, well, it's too old to judge. But no, I mean, it's the same thing, you know, same thing, but it's got the double jointed arms, which gives you better range. I mean, he can, you know, touch his own face, but that doesn't look too great. You know, that seamless obviously looks a little better. I mean, from far, you can't really see, you squint, it kind of looks the same, but you know, up close, it's like, yeah, you know, that doesn't, now that you're examining this, you realize, you know, Mezco maybe made the right choice. And again, well, his tail's gonna hit the camera, but it's got ratchets on this one. But yeah, see, that doesn't look good, that undercarriage, that obvious plastic toy under there. I mean, he looks fantastic, but I don't have to worry about, oh, this pose or that pose. You kind of see that one. This, or is gonna look, you're gonna see all the joints and stuff like that, because then it ruins the illusion of the picture or whatever you're trying to do there. Yeah, and toe hinge, I don't know if toe hinges are a needed thing. Sometimes, but they don't look great. They don't look great. But yeah, I mean, again, before I got this figure, I was like, yeah, you know, it's going to be big shoes to fill. We'll see what they can do. And I got to say, I mean, they do tower over them, but I got to say, I think Mezco, I got it. Yeah. They made the right choice. They made the right choice. No doubt. I'm excited. I hope they continue the alien line. I hope they do all of them. The aliens from Aliens 2. There's, you know, they could do Hive drones, the Queen drones, just a bunch of that. And that's kind of a good army builder. They can do an alien Queen. My gosh, that'd be crazy. What else? Marines, Ripley. I would love that. A loader from them, power loader, APC, and dropship. But I'm getting a little out of hand. But they could do the dog alien from Alien 3, the clones from Alien 4. Yeah, just keep going like I want them to do with the Predator. Ooh, actually, the Predator. I forgot about the Predator. What am I doing? Now this is going to be needed. Sigourney, get out of there. The Predator. Yes. Oh, yeah. They look good together. Yeah, they look good. Alien vs. Predator. It's on. Oh, man. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Mezco. This are the two, and the Crow were my most anticipated figures from them. I've been waiting on these for a long time. And, yeah, they delivered, man. They delivered. Oh, they look so good together. I'm just like, my mind's boggling, like pictures, photos. Like, I know these two didn't technically fight, but Oh man, it's gonna be great. Oh, I almost forgot something. I'm forgetting everything here. His chest piece. So this does pop off. Come on. It's like pegged in. You'll see in a second. There we are. So, and then this piece from the end of the movie, and she shoots him with the harpoon, you know, she's like, yeah, my lucky star, my lucky. So, but, yeah, having a little trouble getting that on there. There we go. But yeah, I always thought this was battle damage, like one of his ribs was broken. I didn't realize this was some kind of alien probing thing. But yeah, when he shot at the door, then she shoots him. Hot damn airlock, like she said. Man, oh man, Mezco did an excellent job on this. Excellent job. Great alien figure. Now my bank account, wallet, cash, and credit card are dead. Checking and savings destroyed. With a little luck, these figures will ship for a pick-me-up. This is Shadowtoys, last survivor of these pre-orders. Signing off.